$6. Can this amount of money buy enough food for a family of four in Vietnam? Why do many Vietnamese people still shop at traditional markets instead of supermarkets? And what does a normal family meal in Vietnam really look like? Today, I won't explain too much. I will go to the market with my mother and show you a very normal day in our family. Today is Saturday. My son doesn't have school, and I also decided to give myself a day off. No work, no gym. Today I'm going to the market with my mother. My mother is 61 years old, and today she is the driver. Actually, it has been a very long time since I sat behind my mother on a motorbike like this. When I was a child, this was completely normal. But after I grew up, I was usually the one driving. If I wasn't making this video, I probably wouldn't have thought about doing this again. It feels a little strange, but also very familiar. It reminds me of when I was a child.
Mẹ đi cái chợ ở trong này à?
Ừ.
Con chưa bao giờ con đi vào cái chợ này.
Bé mua gì nhiều to.
Mẹ đi đúng này.
Để xe à?
This is a small traditional market near my home. In Vietnam, there are many small markets like this. At least where I live, almost every neighborhood has a few of them. People living nearby can come here and quickly buy almost everything they need for their daily meals. Vietnam has more convenience stores now, and of course, we also have supermarkets. But many Vietnamese people still go to traditional markets every day. My mother is one of them.
Đi cả nhé. Bao nhiêu? À thôi à, nuôi nó đắt em ạ, lấy em sao được, em lấy cái này không được. Đắt em đắt. Đi cả nhé. Không, em lấy cái bạn mới. Em lấy cái bạn này nó. Này mặt tiền em. Thôi, ít thôi, hai mình nát thôi nha.
My family rarely goes to a supermarket to buy fresh food for our daily meals. Markets like this are closer to home and more convenient. And most importantly, fresh food is easy to find here. Vegetables, meat, fish, shrimp, many things are sold fresh every day. Maybe that is why, especially for my mother's generation, traditional markets are still a very normal part of daily life. So that's probably the answer to one of the questions from the beginning. It isn't because Vietnam doesn't have supermarkets. For many people, the traditional market is simply closer, fresher, and something they have been used to for many years.
Chuyển vào đây hả? Dài này.
Cháu xin.
50 hả?
Ta đi.
Thôi nhá. 10.000 đồng. Đây là bạc má đúng không? Bao nhiêu ạ?
Today, my mother bought one carrot, one white radish, some cucumber, some herbs, pork ribs, shrimp. Everything she bought at the market cost about $6. Rice, cooking oil, and seasonings were already at home, so I didn't include them in the $6. If I counted everything we use today, the real cost would probably be closer
Đi
to
chợ chỗ này
$10.
hết bao tiền?
I want to make that clear because I don't want this video to look like a $6 challenge. We didn't try to buy the cheapest food possible for this video. This is simply what my mother bought on a normal Saturday,
Tính
and
ra là
today it happened to cost around
chưa được trăm đô.
$6.
Chưa hết trăm đô.
100 đô tiền triệu mà.
2 triệu.
Đô 10 đô.
Trăm mấy nhỉ, đúng rồi, chưa hết 10 đô.
Ừ.
Nhầm. Nói chung
Mới
là
gặp lại mới nhớ.
không phải mới gặp lại mà trong cái lúc hồi xưa con bé vẫn gặp mấy lần, thỉnh thoảng gặp tí. Còn cô này có gặp đâu mà.
Cô này là con bà Hậu, kia là mấy chị em nhà cô ấy bế máy suốt. Gửi ở nhà đấy mà.
Mà chả... Thôi quay tí đi. Tí nữa giả gói bim bim.
My mother still does most of the cooking in our home. My wife and I both work, and our son is still young. So right now, my mother helps us a lot. Maybe this sounds a little strange in some countries. A man in his 30s, married, with a child, and his mother still cooks for him. But in my family, it feels completely normal. When the food is ready, my mother simply calls us, "Come and eat," and we come out. That's it. For us, living together also means helping each other. Of course, I don't want my mother to spend all day in the kitchen. She is 61 now. I want her to have time to rest and enjoy her own life too. When our son gets a little older, my wife and I will need to do more ourselves. But right now, this is what works for our family. There is also a very practical reason why we eat at home so often. Money. Today, the food from the market costs around $6. Even if we count the rice, oil, and seasonings, let's say around $10 for the whole day. If all four of us eat outside for the whole day, we can easily spend more than $20. We still eat outside sometimes, but if we did it every day, after 1 month, the difference would be quite big. My wife and I are still working and trying to save more for our future. So even small things like this matter to us. I've been eating my mother's cooking for more than 30 years. So honestly, I rarely think about it. It has always been there. But if you ask me, are you happy that you can still eat your mother's cooking at this age? Yes, definitely. My mother worked very hard to take care of me when I was younger. Now, I have my own wife and child, but she is still here, still helping my little family. I'm grateful to my mother, not only because she cooks for us, but for everything she has done for me throughout my life. Actually, before making this video, I thought it would simply be about food. What does a Vietnamese family eat? How much does it cost? That's all. But after filming it, the thing I remember most isn't the $6. It was this morning, sitting behind my mother while she took me to the market. When I was a child, my mother took me everywhere on her motorbike. Back then, I never thought it was special. Then I grew up. I started driving myself. I started working. I got married. I became a father. And somehow, without even noticing it, I stopped sitting behind my mother. Just because I wanted to make a YouTube video, I got to feel that again.
Thích con cơm không?
For a moment, I felt a little like a child again. Maybe this is something I'm beginning to like about making these videos. Before, I thought things like my mother going to the market, cooking lunch, or my family eating together were too normal to film. They happen all the time. But I'm starting to realize something. Ordinary things don't stay ordinary forever. Children grow up. Parents get older. Life changes. Sometimes we just don't notice it happening. So I hope my mother stays healthy and stays with us for a very long time, so that normal days like today can happen many more times. So now we have the answers to the 3 questions from the beginning. $6 bought the main food for our family today. Many Vietnamese people still shop at traditional markets because they are close, convenient, fresh, and simply part of everyday life. And this is what a normal meal in my Vietnamese family looks like. Nothing expensive, nothing special. Just home cooked food and a family sitting down to eat together. What about where you live? What could $6 buy for your family? I'd really like to know. Thank you for spending this ordinary Saturday with my family. I'll see you in the next video.